going on, YouTube? Man Cave here, and I'm sure you can hear that in the distance. Before I bring it any further into frame, I'm just going to get it to where the lights are there. There we go. If any of you guys have watched the show, what is it, All Jacked Up? Well, it's actually now Lizard Lick Towing. It was all worked up. You know the show's about a company called Lizard Lick Towing, and it's run by Ron and Amy Shirley, and Bobby Brantley is the muscle that helps out with the repos. Well, I figured I'd make a Lizard Lick Towing truck that was for off-road uses, such as recovery on Copperhead there. And I've literally just put everything together, and this is going to be a first test run to see if the winch is going to be strong enough to pull it over. Now, the winch I'm using is a Bulldog 9300 XT wireless from RC 4-wheel drive. It's got this little key fob with a protective cover, which is pretty cool. But it has your up and down controls for the winch. And on the truck, as you'll see when I bring it up here, it has the actual winch and the receiver for it. So we're going to bring the Lizard Lick Wrecker in. This, by the way, has the G-Made crawler tires on it because my HPI rock grabbers were too, they squat too much when under a load. So, back her up enough, and now you guys are going to get to see if this will work. Alright, so we got the cable hooked. Without it bending the bed too bad, we're going to try. Well, works decent enough to where you can actually snatch and yank over. Now, I didn't expect it to work fully because the max lift load is just over 3 pounds. But it does work pretty darn good. It won't lift. It will not lift the truck up completely, but it's not designed to lift that much weight in the first place. But just so you guys can see, I'm going to... This truck is the brushless Timbuktu, so it's got some cojones. There you guys go. We've got our Bulldog 9300 XT mounted under the bed. We have our receiver for it, and of course the key fob. It's just run through some 1/2-inch square tube, and then I have a King Kong shackle down there at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it through the light. But once again, this right now is still just in test phase. I've still got some more stuff I want to try to do to it. This truck is very heavy, and I was worried. Oh, big heavy truck. I was worried that the all the metal plating in the back would be too heavy for it, but as it turns out, it's actually pretty stable. But once again, I do have the G-Made crawler tires and beadlocks on, because I didn't like the way with the HPIs they were squatting pretty hard, and I don't like that at all, especially not for something that's got to be a recovery. Whoa, camera mount went nuts. Especially for something that has to be a recovery vehicle, I don't want it squatting. I can see my little pins coming loose. But have no fear, because the junk vac has the reverse mounted HPI rack rubbers on it. And of course we've got the Riddler Wraith with the Mickey Thompson Baja Claw TTCs. And then of course, you know, Copperhead has the cut 2.2 inch TSL boggers on them. Still have the ESC and the motor for the EXO and the M2 ESC and 2 Novak Terra claws. I'm actually going to swap those out for Venom 55 turns. Or I might just wait, because I do have a soldering iron on the way from Weller. But not to steal the show from... That was horrible. Not to steal the show from the recovery record, but I do have something else I want to show you guys. Oh. You all know what this is. This is the Dingo Builder's Kit, well, otherwise known as Two-Face. And on it, I finally got around to cutting and installing the 1.9 inch TSL boggers. Now what you guys haven't seen is what I plan on putting on this truck. I plan on dropping this nice John Deere green cloud body on it. Now, the Lexan body has got a little bit more give, and I just found out through eBay that I won't be getting the parts for the other cloud body, the actual cloud body, until February. But as you can see, the stock cloud body, I don't know, I kind of like that one too though. The stock cloud body is going to take a lot more modification to fit on there, because it does not have the same length that the Lexan body has to it. So that one's most likely going to be going on something else, but I do like the way it looks on there with the tinted windows and the orange color scheme. But once again, like I said, I am waiting on the plastic chrome pieces, the blower, the front and rear bumpers, all the chrome that goes on that. So in the meantime, I figure I might as well punch some holes in the John Deere body. And it looks a lot brighter on camera than it really is. It's actually a darker green. It's like a John Deere green, which ironically it's the same color as the Riddler chassis, but it turned out a little bit darker because of the Lexan itself. So there is, I guess you could call that part one of the Lizard Lick truck. And this actually is more than Project Two-Face now, seeing how the Dingo body, the Blazer body, and now also the Cloud body. But there is much more to come. I've still got a lot more custom stuff I've got to do. I've got to cut the trailer. I've got the RC four-wheel drive pintle hitch for that. I've just got to get around to cutting some metal for it. I do, however, have one other thing to show you guys as well. I know I keep setting you guys down and picking you guys up. Gotta remember the 5 P's. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. But in today, I got my $99 Venom Creeper competition route crawler kit. And yes, that's right. I only paid $99 for it on eBay. It's $100 off a list price, because they want $199, I believe, just for the roller at any other place. And I found it on eBay, several of them, for $99, and that's new in box, still factory sealed, nothing missing out of it. So this is going to be a build coming up they recommend the 55 or brushless system, 60 turn brushed, 55, 50 brushed or similar brushless motor. I have a charger, but the speed controller I'm going to be doing, the Venom radio, no. That's what I have a DX3 for. The 8 batteries for the radio, no. The battery pack, I'm going to run another standard 6-cell metal hydrate battery, but figure for $99, couldn't pass this kit up. Now this one you guys aren't going to be seeing built anytime soon, because I've just gone through and built 1, 2, 3 vehicles, so who knows, I might end up doing a build on this, but it'll be a fairly short one, seeing how there's not that much to put together. It's just a rolling chassis. I do have a servo already for it. I do have a battery. The only thing I'd need is the speed controller and a motor, which I have motors. I just need the speed controller. So there you guys have it. Another short video intended, and it turns out being a long one. So there you go, guys. There's a little update. We'll catch you guys later. Take it easy, y'all.